What's going on, guys? This is the One Round Ryko. Today we are here with the Hasbro Cobalt Dragoon 2-60C or Cyclone. Let me say that again. Cobalt Dragoon. I want to be sure everyone knows that this Beyblade's name is Cobalt Dragoon. And for one more time, so you know that I know what I'm saying, I definitely know what I'm talking about. This is Cobalt Dragoon. So anyway, today we have Cobalt Drake 260C, right? I'm petty. But yeah, it's the Hasbro one. It came out a little while ago. It's stocked up basically everywhere around where I'm at. And I've had this one for a minute. I've meant to do a little video on it and haven't got around to do it because I had other stuff come up. So I might as well do it now. Pause. Gotta pause for that water. Make sure you stay hydrated, folks. It's very important. But yeah, let's go ahead and crack this open. I already have it untaped, I believe. Yep, for ease of access. So we have the bits and pieces, of course. The 260 Ratchet, and of course Cyclone, a pretty decent bit. Ratchet, not so much. We have the left string launcher, which from what I can tell, I think they fixed the issue that they were having on the Japan side of things, where these things were... This one, I'm going to test this against my other one here in a bit. It seems fine enough. That noise, I don't know. Might need a tune-up, but, you know, not that big a deal. Let's get this part opened. And we got our Cobalt Dragoon. I'm glad this is more widely available now, because it's a good bay, and of course, you know, left spins, dragons, and it's blue. There you go. Get this out of here. So, let's crack this open here, and I'll give you the full specs. We're going to compare it against my other two Cobalt Dragoons that I have. I have the special black painted version that I did a video on a while ago. And then the OG one. This is the one I've been using, the one I run for my tournaments. This is my goat right here. This is the hard carry. This is my problem solver right here. We love a Dragoon. So, let's first off get this stuff all going. Of course, you see he's got the points. This is the first left spin Beyblade in Beyblade X. Then it was followed by Lightning El Drago, both the upper and barrage, continuous and barrage mode, I believe is what they're called. And then in the anniversary set, it was followed by Dragoon Storm, the OG Dragoon. But let's check it out. Here's do the Ratchet stuff first. Ratchet 6.23, nothing crazy there. Bit 2.14, not bad. Put that to the side here. Now let's do the weight comparisons for this. See if this one beats out the one I already have. So the new one sits at a whopping 37.63. So that's not bad. Nothing crazy. That is a decent weight for sure. It's a very good weight. Let's see how it stacks up against my original one. My original one is 38.10, so it is not even a contest. I got real lucky with this one, 38 grams compared to, that's more than a 0.40 difference. That's insane. Again, this is why my problem solver right here. It's my goat right here. You see the marks and scars from battle. He holds strong and he kicks ass. And then, of course, the black one, 37.96. So this is a good one. This is a good weight. Don't get me wrong. But it still loses out. And I also don't want to mess up the paint. If it was closer, if this was heavier, I might have messed up the paint, but I don't really want to. And if I wanted to do that, I would probably go pick up a second one and then use that one, or use the heaviest out of the two, and then keep one, you know, for a show. 'Cause I love how this looks. And then, of course, you know, OG one. So, good to know. Oh, I think my kitten doesn't know how doors work, and he's stuck on the other side of this door. He doesn't want to come in? Okay, whatever. But kitten nonsense aside, we're going to get to the battles here. I have a couple things, wrong one. A couple things lined up for this Dragoon, so we're going to do that here in a second. So, if you're excited for those battles, leave a like down below, subscribe for more content like this, Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! Reviews and Beyblades, and I will see you guys soon for the Cobalt Dragoon battles. It's time for the battles for Cobalt Dragoon. And what's a better matchup for Cobalt Dragoon than Cobalt Drake? So I can get the names mixed up and look like a dummy, according to some people on the internet. But Yes, we have an array of battles today. I'm going to do this one first. Cobalt Dragoon versus Cobalt Drake. Then we're going to have Cobalt Drake. See, I'm already doing it. Cobalt Dragoon versus Impact Drake. And then for the last battle, I decided to do something fun. We're going to do Cobalt Dragoon versus Drawn Brave. I just want to see how that match goes with the stock combos. That will be fun. At least it'll be an explosive battle, that's for sure. So that's the roster we're going to go. Starting with these two, of course. So if you're excited for that, please leave a like down below. Subscribe for more content like this. Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! Reviews and Beyblades, all that good stuff. As well, check out channel sponsor News with 3D. They're what's making this kind of battle possible. They got slip grips, launcher links. They have rails for your own custom stadiums. They have bay levels now. It has a little bubble to tell you what angle you're getting at. Whole bunch of fun content. So check them out. Use code RIGO for 10% off your entire order. Hell yeah. Enough of the nonsense. Let's get straight into the battles. Let me know who thinks going to win down below. Let's get right to it. Make sure I load the bay on the right launcher. Alright. Battles are to 4, as always. And are you ready? 3, 2, 1. First battle is 2 points to Cobalt Dragoon. Let's keep going. That was an immediate over finish. 3, 2, 1. Both Cobalt Dragons are meeting in the middle. Both bays are looking worse for wear. And Cobalt Dragoon manages to squeak out a spin finish, making the score 3-0. Let's keep going. 3, 2, 1. Went for the extreme finish rather, but the over finish comes out, and down goes Cobalt Drake, with Dragoon being the winner. Next, let's see how it handles Impact Drake, the CX Bay, and we're still waiting for CX Dragoon. Impact Dragoon's going to go crazy, especially if they put the rubber on it. We're going to be really in the spin steel meta for sure, because it's going to go right back to Medio El Drago, especially if the weight's good enough to compensate as well. Oh, crazy work. But we'll see how that goes if they ever get there. Or if they give us a CX Dragoon first. Who knows? I don't know. I kind of want to see the UX first, but we'll see. 3, 2, 1. Impact's getting bullied. Or Impact's doing the bullying. It's a very even fight so far. Even though Impact is tilting. And I think I actually have to give that to Impact Drake. I'm pretty sure Impact Drake stole that with a slight extra turn there. Let's keep going. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, massive scraping. That's not going to be good. I think I have to give it to Impact Drake again. That's 2-0. Impact Drake leading. In this battle, the rubber works in Cobalt Impact Drake's favor more because it's actually absorbing the spin stealing. So I think in this case, Impact is the one stealing spin, which is kind of fun to think about. 3, 2, 1. And once again, that back pocket is the pocket for Cobalt Dragoon to knock its opponents into, making the score an even 2-2. Let's keep going. Who's going to be the best dragon? 3, 2, 1. Impact avoids going into the pocket, but it doesn't matter. That's a spin finish. Scores 3-2. Now Cobalt Dragoon leading. Could this be it? Probably is. 3, 2, 1. Massive strike to both bays. Ooh. And that is a photo finish tie if I've ever seen one. I can't decide a winner, so we're going to keep going until we have one. 3, 2, 1. I think we had some in-air contact. I'm not sure. Impact's leaning. Oh, we're back up. Is this the reverse spin stealing that we're seeing here? That was another close one. I'm going to call it a tie again, but that was really close. So I love these kind of battles. You see how close it can really be. I like that. Surprising, no burst either, but I say that and then we're going to have a burst next battle. Watch. 3, 2, 1. I'm glad I got that on camera. That was sick. That was as close to a photo finish double over finish that I've seen. But Cobalt Dragoon did catch right here just before going in after Impact had already gone over and out. So Cobalt Dragoon is the winner of that battle, if only by just the tiniest bit. And now the one I was kind of excited to see, we're going to see Cobalt Drawn Brave against Cobalt Dragoon. Let's see how these two handle each other. I think this is going to be a fun, explosive battle and probably won't go for very long. They have very similar tips, even though Vortex is just like a bigger version of Cyclone. And also it goes the other way, obviously. But we'll see how this goes. I'm excited. Let me know who thinks is going to win down below. I got to lean with Dragoon, of course. It's his video, and also Dragoon's close to my heart. But I think Drawn Brave might be able to take this. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. And that 260 ratchet comes into play. That burst is deadly. And this ratchet is not very good. I'm telling you. If the shape was if the 260 shape, or just two ratchets in general, was the shape that we saw on the renders initially, where it was more smooth, I think 2 would have been an amazing ratchet, because it'd be hard to burst, add good weight, but with how blocky and how much they jut out, it's just not. But the renders made it look like it was going to be super good. But, oh well. 3, 2, 1. And Dragoon's story ends where all of its opponents did previously, in this bottom pocket. That's a quick 4-0 victory. Drawn Brave takes the victory there. Very nice. But overall, of course, Cobalt Dragoon's a great bay. Pick it up if you don't have it already. You get the left spin launcher. You get the left spin Beyblade that's really good about equalizing. The life after death. Also, it's just a badass dragon. I love them all, obviously. I have all of them. Well, here. To show you my actual deck. Of course, here's my actual Cobalt Drake that I use for battles. My baby right here is the goats right here. The goats. We love this line. We love the drawn line too. I love them to death. But gotta go with the Drakes and Dragoons, brother. The Cobalts and the Impact. Gotta go with that. But yeah, now that Dragoon is very widespread, easily to get in any of the basically any store, Walmart, Target, etc. As well as if you haven't already ordered it online, you can go ahead and do that. Pretty sure you can still get them off Mala Toys, I think, if you do code ROUNDRYCO. If not, Bays and Bricks probably has them. Everywhere has them. Like I said, you can just go to your local Walmart and get one now. No excuse not to have one. It's a great bay. One of the top tier Beyblades, period. Solely because it's left spin and a really good weight. Even though this one's much lighter than the one I use for my tournaments, it's still a heavy, good bay. That can equalize, deal with meta threats like Wizard Rod, the biggest, like the great filter is what I call the great barrier, the great gatekeeper, if you will. If you can't get past Rod, you're gonna have a bad time. This guy says Rod ain't no damn problem. I'm either gonna burst it or just outspin it with like using Elevate or even Level. I've used Dragoon on Level. It's very fun, very useful. I think if I remember correctly, when in my battles, it does lose the mirror match to Elevate. So if you're using Level versus Elevate, you're going to lose that match most likely because it's just the life after death and all the stamina, what have you. But if you want a more aggressive one, Level works and it can still kind of still spin because of how wide Level is and how kind of flat and round it is. You can kind of cheat with the LAD or life after death. Yeah. So just some thoughts as a Dragoon stand, a Dragoon user. Yes, Dragoon, Cobalt Dragoon. I know what the fucking name is. I'm the toy genius around here. Thank you for me being petty with a fucking annoying commenter. That was so fucking dumb. But anyway, that nonsense aside, me just rambling about how much I love Cobalt Dragoon. Pick one up if you haven't already. You can get one damn near anywhere. Do it. It's a great Beyblade. It will help you in your tournaments. And also, it's just fucking cool. Look at it. It's a blue dragon. What more could you want? Anyway, my yammering and yapping aside, if you like what you see, leave a like down below. Subscribe for more content like this. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Reviews, and Beyblades. And I've been the one, Raul and Raiko. We will see you guys next time. Dragoon.